is I shouldn't have just never got wrote up while I was in the training.
So you were in training and they wrote you up. So now you, or you the only black one, or was there a couple of other blacks that's in this department? Or
no, it's me and two other black folks in this department.
okay. And were you all working on the same machinery, or?
I was working on the machinery. I was the junior man, and the other two personnel, they worked on two other pieces of equipment. I was the only junior man that was supposed to be watching this piece of machinery at that time.
And you got rolled up while you were in training?
And I got rolled up while I was in training.
So was anything, any other message or anything that was given to you?
Besides that one training incident, I've been told several times that, I've been on their hit list, and I'm trying to understand what is this hit list that everybody's talking about. And I've heard several people joke about it. Well, you use that FMLA. They come after people that use the FMLA, and
So what does that mean? Kind of make it plainer.
And as far as that, I'm not exactly. I've heard people talk about this hit list in a joking way. Then I've also heard people talk about it in a racial way.
Okay, now what about this the racial way you talking about? First of all, who is it that supposed to have you on the hit list to do what?
Well, I've heard that it's supposed to be the HR personnel at General Mills.
So you're talking about management at General Mills?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
and I've also heard that if there's been witnesses that seen the list.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna get them involved, but they actually told me they seen the list themselves.
And the list?
In the list, for example, employees such and such, they date black men. Employee such and such, he's a trouble starter. Asterisk by his name, Negro. Stuff like that. I'm just.
So now, who are you hearing this here from?
The one person I heard it from was actually the person who went through the same incident, and his name was Joe.
Go ahead.
His name was Joe Brown. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. You go. Since he's already out there, that's good. Yeah. As long as because he already got consent on that. So Joe Brown, he mentioned things like this here to you as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So if it's any type of racial issue going on in your employment, I just don't feel like it should be. That's not necessary.
Okay. Now, do you believe that General Mills here in the Kansas City area in the North Bottom, you feel and believe that they are racist?
When I first got there, I didn't believe it, but then I started hearing stories, and then I started actually seeing it for myself.
So you sort of experiencing the racism for yourself.
I'm starting to see that for myself right now.
Yeah. So are you still employed down there?
At this time, no, I'm not employed. I just got terminated yesterday. Yesterday morning, they told me that I would have to turn in my key fob, and I would be suspended indefinitely into further investigation.
So yesterday, as meaning April the 15th of 2010.
April the 15th, 2010
is when they terminated. Okay, and why did they terminate you, or their reason they say was?
Well, the reason they told me they terminated me was because I did an unsafe act, in which I thought that the act was not unsafe. It was me doing my job. Okay, the incident was I was to do a service on a piece of equipment. Okay, now this is the first time I've done the service on the equipment. Nobody showed me how to do the training on it. I did it. They told me I needed to do it, so I did it. Well, I went to go check out the lockout tagout first thing off.
Okay.
Well, when I went to go check it, like I said, that's the main power switch. Once you cut that power switch off, you pull your tag out, you put it on there, you put your lock on there. Well, that switch didn't work. You couldn't put your tag on there, but you can cut the power off to it. Well, in that instant, I wrote it up. Lockout tag out didn't work. Okay, so I went from there and continued to do the service on another